Hello everybody, my name is Chet Blanton, better known as Chet the Jet Blanton. I want to take you on a journey and it's about my athletic life.
I'm 66. Back in 1999, I was the first one to ever do 27 Ironman triathlons in 1 year. And since then it's been broke, but that was pretty cool. I've done 76 marathons, about 110 ultramarathons, and 107 Ironmans combined, all total together. My first marathon was back in 1977. I was a senior in high school and I did my first marathon. Then after that I got hooked. The next year I did a 50 and 100 miler, and then in 1979
It was 410 plus miles.
from San Francisco to Oxnard. It was awesome.
Back in 1998, I did, at the time, the world's longest triathlon. It was 20 times the Ironman distance. So in miles, that's a 48-mile swim, 2,240-mile bike, and a 524-mile run. In kilometers, it's a 78-kilometer swim, 3,600 kilometers bike, and an 844-kilometer run, all within 28 days. That one is very interesting. And I was one of 4 people in the world to ever finish that race. 12 signed up, 6 showed up, and 2 never got out of the water. And 4 of us made it. So back in 1998, we were the first 4 people to ever finish a double-decker 20-time Ironman.
But since then they've had about 4 or 5 more of them. And, but I can always say I was first. So it was cool. I didn't win, I got 4th. I did triathlons up to about 2017, and I did my last one in Leon, Mexico. I attempted a 10-time Ironman per day for 10 days. Didn't go very well, and I said it's time to hang it up. So I've been going back to my ultramarathoning. So since 2017, that's all I've done is marathons and ultramarathons. And so been doing good at those.
So tennis, I took it up at a young age, but I started teaching probably back in 1985. So I've been teaching, I don't know how many years that is, 85, 95, 105, like almost 40 years. So I've been teaching tennis. Pickleball I started playing about 4 years ago. I don't play a lot, but I got into it and it's such a rising sport that I had to start like learning the game. Nice and relaxing. And then every once in a while, if you go through a back kick, calm down a little bit, don't hit as hard, and just say, hey, I just want to make a few in, and then I can speed back up again. Do that. That's beautiful. Confidence is awesome on this. Dude! Hey, water break. Because if you hit back to a guy that's just as good as you, he's going to pass you or lob you, right? So they go like this. I go, that's defense. You're just blocking it back to him. And that guy is good. He's going to pass you or lob over your head. Once you make a commitment to come this close, you're not here to play defense anymore. Goodbye. All offense. So racket's always up. And I always say do this. Step towards the net. If I hit right here, there's less chance of me hitting the net. And if you use a kind of a continental grip. Yeah, see, this guy already knows it somehow. See, most people would be like that. Where's that ball going to go? Straight back to me. Just, okay, now, if you hit the ball, okay, step forward. Stop. And where's that ball going to go? I'm back there, I'm not over there. Makes sense? And you don't even have to switch, just like this. Kind of like, pop. You know, that's all it is. It's more like, you put the racket up, and you like step forward and give it. So the racket head never goes behind your head. Everything's up in front. Bam, bam. So, up, all the way. Come on up. Put it away. See? So that's the difference. If you, here, with that ball. If you stand, they call this like no man's land. Too many balls can come at your feet and you're going to be popping them up because I'm going to be slamming. Yeah, so stay back. And if I hit a short one, I'm going to come like this. Come up, you keep pressure on it. It's time for me to hit a winner or it's over. And you might win 3 points by just coming to the net and being intimidated. Right? Yeah. So I teach a lot of pickleball now. My experience isn't as much as tennis, but my tennis background helps me a lot. And I teach a lot of introduction to pickleball classes. I feel pretty comfortable that. I've been enjoying it, and that's what I do here at Enchantment Resort. Oh, on these hot Arizona days, all I can think about is playing pickleball and fueling with Spiz, the #1 drink in the world. The Jetman. Let's go. Let's go. So another hot day here in Arizona. Me and Mr. Taylor out here banging the ball. We played about 8 games today. Been having fun. Only reason I'm lasting so long is I got my Spiz. I eat probably 3-4 times a day have a Spiz. It's the thing that's saving my life and makes me play better. I got lots of energy.
I can't beat him. I can't figure out a way to beat him.
He's
I
not,
gotta start. I gotta
he's
start
not on
drinking
Spiz.
that. Yeah.
If he's on Spiz, he would start improving. But that's the trick. And then my Ben John's paddle. Anyway, Spiz is my energy drink I've been taking almost for 30 years. On September 9th, I'll actually be his longest lasting customer ever. 30 years of drinking Spiz. It's the best thing I've ever had in my life. It gives me energy. It gives me all of my vitamins and minerals I need. And September 9th will be 30 years that I've been using this. And it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. My doctor says I'm alive because of it. Hey guys, let's pause the video for a second. Down below, under the description, will be a link to the website. And as you can see, it's $35. And also check out the other Spiz products. They're all great. And Randy Ice can help you out with anything you need. If you bought a bottle of Spiz, comment down below, Chet the Jet. And now, back to the video. He says I eat horrible, I have a horrible diet, and ever since I've been using Spiz, it's been helping, and my cholesterol's went down, and it's been great. So, Spiz is my #1 food and drink product I use during races.
One more to go.
Back about 6-7 years ago, I did an experiment with the Spiz. I lived off it for 31 days, and no one had ever tried this. And he said, you're probably the craziest one to try it. So I tried it, and I had gained some pounds because I broke my rib and I wasn't able to run, and I kept eating bad. So I got up to 204 pounds. And in 31 days of drinking nothing but Spiz and water, I lost 22 pounds, and my LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, went down 59 points. And my doctor said that's impossible. But he's the one that took the blood out of me before and after. So it's not impossible. So my doctor says Spiz is saving your life, so keep drinking Spiz the rest of your life and don't come back to me no more. That was his joke, but anyway. When I use Spiz during a race, I usually will have it pre, during, and after, but sometimes I do a 6-day running race, which that's 6 days straight, and probably 80% will be Spiz. I don't mind to chew on something if they have something I like, some eggs or something, or grilled cheese here and there. But for the most part, I live off Spiz the whole time. And 4 scoops is equal to 500 calories, and that's usually a dose. And but every 2 hours. I've been doing it every 3 hours in my 6-day runs, and I try to snack on, some snacks or something. But if I get a Spiz down every 3 hours, I'm out there, and usually I'm out there 18 hours out of the 24 hours. I'm out like running or walking, just moving. Each bottle contains 500 calories, 97 grams of carbohydrates, 20 grams of protein. So it's a 5-to-1 ratio, carbs to protein. And it's got all your minerals, electrolytes, everything that you need in there. So it's just a replacement meal basically. And it just keeps going. I don't need to eat. It's incredible. Like I can go days and days with this Spiz only. Like I said, that one experiment I did was 31 days on Spiz, and I lost 22 pounds and my LDLs went down 59 points. This year, at age 66, I did the Boston Marathon for my 5th time. I started at 4:24, 4:14, 4:01, 3:56, and at age 66, I'm getting faster. I did a 3:49. So next year if I go, I've got to do a 3:45 or less probably. My nutrition for the day. I woke up at 5, 6 in the morning. It's a late start in Boston. And I had a full Spiz, 500 calories, carbohydrates, protein, everything I need. I made one to take with me. I got on the bus to travel to the start line, and I took one and I sipped on it the whole way there,
and about a half hour before the race, I finished that one. So I had 2 complete Spizes now. Then I've got a girl from San Diego that's always at the 10-mile mark, and she watches her friend. She is my handoff at the 10-mile mark. Maybe a 3-scoop Spiz. Not a full dose, but 3 scoops, a little bit more concentrated. Because I can just down it, and it's not gonna bloat me too much. Because I like to down it and get rid of it. I don't like to carry anything. So I'm so used to drinking Spiz, I can down the whole thing. Anyway, so I had another 3/4 Spiz there, about 400 calories, say, and that was just the perfect timing. Then I have my wife and my 2 Boston friends. They're at about the 18-mile mark, right before the hills start, and they hand me another one. So basically, that's my 4th Spiz of the day, and I might do 1 gel towards the end, the last couple miles, just for one last little thing. Don't really need it, but just, yeah, I just do once in a while. And then when I get home, you would think I'd be sick of drinking Spiz. I make one with milk. Oh my God, it's so good. 4 or 5 scoops. I just make a killer one with milk. Oh my God, it's probably 650 calories, maybe 700 calories, but nothing in the world tastes better than that Spiz when you get home after doing a 26-mile marathon. You go home and just, oh, it's just heaven. All right, and then my actual race for the Boston Marathon, I set a goal to hold 8:45 as the first 18 miles, and then probably slow down to 9:15 and 9:30s in the hills, 18 to 22, and then hang on at the end. That was my plan, but I got there, and I guess by living in Sedona, I was altitude trained pretty good, so I went out at 8:30s. I held that all the way through 18. And then I slowed down to maybe 9:10, 9:15s all through the hills. And the last part I was still able to hold that. But my last mile, I actually kicked it in at 8:44. So I was able to break 3:50. And I was pretty happy with that. But it was a good day. I wore my brand new Hoka Rocket X's 2s. And they were awesome. And it was just a perfect day, perfect race. It starts like at 10:50 a.m. And it goes, a little under 4 hours, but the weather was almost perfect in the 50s. So it was actually warm for me now because, that's usually cool for me coming from Hawaii, but in Sedona, I went through the winter this year and it was 20s and 30s and 40s. And so it felt a little bit warm, but it was almost perfect. No wind. It was just ideal conditions. I'm going to give you my daily routine when everything's going according to plan. I'm running only 4 days a week now. That's a big change from 6 days, putting 80, 90 miles a weekend. I'm only doing 45 to 50 miles a week. I'm experimenting. I run 4 days a week, but I'm living at altitude now. I'm living at 4,500 feet, and that makes a big difference. I'm getting 10 hours sleep a night. Never has that happened to me. So I've been feeling great. So even the mornings I run my 10 or 15 miles in the morning, I take a shower, eat, I come to work, and I teach tennis and pickleball all day. That's a hard life, but that's what I do. And then I go home, 2, 3, 4 o'clock. I go to bed by 7, 10 hours of sleep per night. It's awesome. My running regiment, I normally on Mondays is my day off normally, and I do my 10 to 20 miler on those days, my longer run. Tuesday I take off. Wednesday I do an easy 10 miler just to kind of recover from that longer run. Then on Thursday I'm doing a lot of 10Ks, hilly courses. It's all hilly around here. So I do a 10K, 6.2 miles hilly, come back, and then I do 4 1-mile repeats. And I found that to be a great workout. Then I take Friday off. Then Saturday, a lot of times you'll find me at the high school track. They have a beautiful high school track here. And I like to do 800s. I start at 10, I do 12, 14, 16, I build myself up to 20. That sounds insane, but that's what I like to do. So 20 800s, and then I'll run back to the resort, 6 miles away. So I've been doing just some crazy stuff here, but taking a lot of days off, getting a lot of rest, drinking a lot of fluids, and I think it's paying off. I've never felt this good before. I'm never the best at anything, but I'm good at everything. And I'm above average at everything, but never great. And so I've just found this ultraness in me, and I'm not even the best at that, but it's something that I love to do, and I might not be the best, but I can go forever.